Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dennis and welcome back to the Art Survival video. And today we will actually talk about food buff and uh, what I will be concerned of about food buff in the next big update. And why do I think about that? Because apparently food buff was changed from the big update on 2021, I believe. It got changed, like completely changed, and it's kind of surprising for a lot of people because we thought that the food buff will not change, because it was like it's just a food, right? It's just a food recipe giving buff. We don't think that it will actually get the rerolled, like changed, actually changed, like rerolled basically. And yeah, um, it was catching everyone off guard, because it got changed. Like one of the easiest example will be C over here, or C. I think it's called C. I don't know how to pronounce this still, or shy. I have no idea, or even she. Yeah, probably she actually. I don't know. This over here, she was supposed to be like the meta back before 2021 update, and now it's nothing. It's literally trash. It's a trash food buff that no one will care about, well, unless you are a looter, unless you're searching for location. I guess you can use this, but generally speaking, this is like one of the thing where people just don't look after at all. And yeah, that is kind of sad, right? Because as you can see over here, she used to have the effect of hearty food, which will give you water, food, and also energy. It will replenish that. So basically, it's like a mini version of where is it? Mini version of this over here, Aqua Vitae. Outstanding health. This replenish your food, water, and energy. And she used to do all of those, but not as strong. And yeah, but now it got changed to surge speed. Now, um, where is that buff? Is there any food buff that actually having that at the moment? Yes, which is called this one, bread. Bread now has hearty food, but as you can see, it is actually changed. It doesn't give the extra energy, and as you can see, the effect per hour is only giving one food, two water, and that's it. It doesn't actually replenish energy. Now, you can have a combo this bread with a medicine which is called methocaine. This one over here. This medicine over here, this gives 5 energy per hour. So basically, this bread plus methocaine will be the old she, which is hearty food, belongs to she back then, which replenish your food, water, and energy at the same time. So yeah, there's that. But now it's changed only to this, only giving food and water, which kind of sucks. It's a nerf, basically. I remember there's actually some people that constantly sell like selling this. So, they have stock, a lot of it, they cook a lot of it, manually cook all of it, basically, by the way, because, we can only cook one by one, and they have them stored in their base, in their second account, in the package and stuff. They just save this, but that update hit, it changed this food buff over here. um Now those all people that sell this to other players that have this as save, I guess, save this. Now they these all do nothing basically, because yeah, it's just giving the different treatment. So it becomes stress. You can say that. So yeah. There's also this cake over here, Scavenger. I believe cake used to have the same exact effect as the perk. Where is it? Where is Lucky Devil over here? you get an extra chance to survive in battle. Cake used to have that, by the way. If you eat cake, you will have an extra life in battle. I used to eat this when I used to fight the queen bee, the old queen bee, Um, so you have an extra life, and then you have an extra life as well from the perk. So you could tank like two hits, two fatal hit from the opponent. So you will have survived two fatal hits basically because you eat this cake, and then you have the perk as well. So that is like three life in total. So yeah, which is kind of great. But now cake is changed. Don't get me wrong though, this buff here is actually interesting. It's actually very nice as well. But it's not as good as Lucky Devil. Now you have to actually get the perk. There is no foot buff that actually gives the effect of Lucky Devil, unfortunately. So yeah, if you reroll the Lucky Devil perk back then because you think that there is the foot buff, well, now you're kinda messed up because it no longer exists. And yeah, um, this the new effect was that is that it now gives quantity of components found additionally by 50%. Now that is actually the same perk as well. There is actually a perk for that, which is called Scavenger perk, I believe. Where is it? This one, Scavenger 2. Quantity of components found by 50%. So it's straight up the same perk as you can see over here. Quantity of components found 50%, quantity of components found 50%, kind of the same. Now, if you have the scavenger perk, I recommend that you don't you don't actually reroll that, because my concern is that all this wood buff will actually get rerolled again in the future in the next big update. My prediction is that it's gonna completely change, so that it kind of changed the meta. It makes sense. It's just maybe the developers just want to use others' food buff that you know uh, we will use, right? Because some food buff are used more than the others, so maybe the developers just want to make that balance or stuff. So yeah. Um, Now this might actually get changed. So if you have the scavenger perk, do not reroll that. You will still need that, because if you only rely on cake, I feel like that's not a good way, because again it might actually get changed, and if it's changed now, you have no extra bonus for components, and bonus components found, it's always nice, in my opinion. So yeah, 50%. If you're supposed to get like 5, then you will have like 8, or even or 7 or 8 basically, which is kind of nice extra stuff from looting, I guess. I mean, most people don't care about looting anyway, so yeah. And then what about the other things? What's the current meta? Well, the current meta is Uka. Obviously, this gives training starting action points +2, which is very huge. This allows you to have 7 instead of 5 in the beginning of the combat, which is very nice. Um, First turn actually can determine uh, the rest of your combat basically, because if in the first turn you can kill two opponents, then that is straight up two less opponents for the next turn. But if you don't use these, then you probably can only kill one, and that is only one left. That one other opponent that was supposed to not be there, now is there, and it can deal damage to you, and it might be a fatal one. So yeah, training 2. Uka is actually a meta. I recommend you guys that actually don't used to use this. You should actually start using this just for Mother Bee, Queen Bee, Scamp, or boss battles. I already mentioned about that. There is not really any event kind of going around. I feel like maybe Easter event. I have no idea. When I'm recording this, that event hasn't happened just yet. So yeah. Um, Pi. This is nothing, kinda. This is nothing. Pliny, it's actually a meta. One after another. This increases your damage by 10% for every kill that you do. So, in that combat, in that battle, by the way. So if you, for instance, kills 3, then you will increase your damage overall by 30%, which is kind of insane. It is capped though at 50%, so it's capped at 5. So for instance, in the queen bee battle, you can hit the appendage 3 times. No, actually no, that is not true. You can hit the bee 4 times, I believe. So that is 4, and then you can hit one of the appendages, the sleeping ones, and that is another one. So that is 5 in total. So you will get that extra 50% against the appendages and the queen bee itself. So that is actually such a great thing. And then in scam, if you kill the first 2 snipers, then you will gain extra 20% straight up for the next turn, and you will then be able to one shot the bandits with the thick armor. So yeah, it's actually a great generic buff, in my opinion, and yeah, it's a nice one. Next we have chicken Kiev, and then also flying spaghetti, and then also there is another one which is not as popular. I believe it's the what is it? I forgot. I think it's the meatloaf or something. No, not meatloaf. Is it meatloaf? Where is it? This one? No, not this one. Where is it? Oh, this one, Pilaf, which is a hunter. So what does this buff do? Um, Headhunter. This is just like the perk Headhunter. Let's take a look at the perk. Where is it? It's actually, I believe it's I think I see. Yeah, this one, Headhunter 3. Damage to people by 30%. So this straight up is just that perk. 25% extra damage, and that is actually very great. Great amount of damage, and just like that, the spaghetti monster. This is for mutants, and that pilaf was just for animals. And yeah, so the most used ones are this monster hunter and also chicken Kiev, depending on if you're fighting bandits or if you're fighting mutants in general. Next, we have another general thing which is called pizza over here tactic. Restore action points by +1. That is actually very interesting because it is actually very useful in the scam as well, because sometimes you need action points like 3, for instance, to hit the opponents, and you only replenish 3 at max every turn. So you don't have you basically gain 3, you lose 3. And with this pizza, what it does is that you have extra action points, and you can use that with the grenade, so that you can stun the opponent as well. So in theory, you can actually stun lock the opponent and also hitting them every turn. So that's why it's actually very great for that reason. Pizza, it's just a generic thing that gains additional action points, which means that every 3 turns you will be able to shoot another weapon for free. So yeah, it's a free shot every 3 turns, I guess. And yeah, um, I guess that is it though. The meta ones. And there is also this one, which is the pumpkin soup. If you're into crafting stuff, then this is also nice, but it's actually capped. And yeah, those are like the meta for now. Now my concern is that the developers might actually shift the meta. So this item over here will probably no longer become legendary. It might be just blue or purple, and it will have they will have like a weaker buff. Possibly, right? So yeah. Because they did this in the past in the 2021 update with the old food buff, they re-roll that, like completely revamp the effects. um, Now there might be a good chance that they will do it again in the next big update, which is the EMBI, which actually, if you think about it, might actually happen again. So yeah, if you are like saving lots of these, my suggestion is that start using them now. If you're like selling these in, like, if you have 10,000 of pizza, for instance, just start selling them out or use them yourself, because you don't want the same thing to happen to other people back in the day with the C, like With the she, they have like 10,000, and then it become like it became trash since that update. And yeah, it's just a waste of food. You don't want to waste food. And yeah, there you go. It's just like, talking about the possibility of a reroll for all the food buff, which it already happened in the past. It might actually happen again just for the sake of meta shift. So yeah, like for instance, rice bun. Rice bun. Maybe the training, the uka, the training effect will be changed to this rice bun, for instance. That is a possibility. So yeah, because rice bun, like, who actually craft rice bun? No one. It just gives energetic too, which kind of nice in a way, but it's kind of a niche effect which not everyone uses. So yeah, no one actually cooks this. Or even cabbage roll, herbalist, I guess. Well, you can use herbalist, but now there is actually item that can actually change the weather to like this, increasing the amount of herbs. So this is kind of useless as well now. So yeah, and then like this pelmeni over here, maybe this one will give, I don't know, like maybe extra damage or something. Maybe this potato pancake, for instance. It's just things that people never cook. So maybe they will actually refer those to this kind of food buff, I guess. If anything, you might want to save some of these, I guess, just in case, like a surprise change, like maybe this from useless becomes useful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. Anyway, just a little bit of a talk about that. I will actually make another video just specifically for she. This one over here, because I feel like it deserves its own video. Like, it used to be a superstar item, food buff. It's used to be people's favorite, but now it's trash. People forget about it because it's trash. And yeah, but anyway, I think that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, stay healthy. It's just just a little bit of food for thought that they might actually re-roll the food again in the future. But anyway, until then, 2 days from now in the next DR survival video. But until then, see ya.